Hi, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll show you how to create a Node-RED dashboard with multi-tenant functionality. This means, the dashboard can be accessed by multiple clients, and each client will see different data based on their selection. Stay tuned to see how it works. In this implementation example, we'll use an OEE monitoring system dashboard. Imagine two clients accessing the same dashboard page. On the OEE data page, users can view the machine's OEE history. This page provides options to select the machine number, production shift, and production date, followed by a button to display the data. If another client selects a different machine, you'll see that the data displayed changes accordingly, showing results specific to the machine selected by each client. This is what we call multi-tenancy, where the data displayed in a particular widget is unique to a specific client, session, or user. It resembles a more traditional web application, where each user has their own session and associated data. To enable a multi-tenant dashboard, we need to install the FlowFuse User Addon. The FlowFuse User Addon is a plugin designed for Dashboard 2.0. It utilizes the FlowFuse API to retrieve information about the logged-in user. Here's how to install it. Open the Manage palette in Node-RED. Switch to the Install tab. Search for it FlowFuse/Node-RED Dashboard 2 User Addon. Then click Install. After installing the FlowFuse User Addon, click on Dashboard 2.0 and navigate to the Client Data tab. Here, you'll notice additional information under the Client Data Provider section, specifically the FlowFuse user information. This is different from before installing the add-on, where the FlowFuse user information was not available. Basically, Node-RED Dashboard 2.0 offers two fundamental design patterns for building a dashboard: single source of truth and multi-tenancy. In the single source of truth pattern, all users accessing the dashboard see the same data. This approach is particularly useful for applications like industrial IoT or home automation, where a unified view of data is required for all users. In this simple dashboard example, I will add a few buttons that will display their values in a text node. Each button will send a payload with a different number, such as 100, 200, 300, or 400. The text node will then display the payload value sent by the button. The text value will change dynamically based on which button is pressed. Alright, the dashboard is now deployed. On the dashboard, there are 4 buttons that send payloads to the text node. The text node will display the data sent by each button, which can be 100, 200, 300, or 400. Now, let me show you an example of a dashboard with a single source of truth design. This dashboard will be accessed by 2 clients or users. You'll notice that any changes made on the dashboard by one client will immediately reflect on the other client's view. In other words, all users of the dashboard will see the same data. Next, I will create a multi-tenancy dashboard, where the data shown in a particular widget is unique to a given client, session, or user. To activate the multi-tenancy dashboard, go to the Client tab. Under the Accept Client Data section, select the nodes that will use the client data, such as the socketID. This ensures that the data sent to each client is unique and differs from the data sent to other clients. In this example, I will check UI text and UI button because these are the nodes I'm using on this dashboard. These nodes will send different data for each client, ensuring that the data displayed is unique for each user. After deploying the changes, I will access the dashboard from 2 different clients to demonstrate how multi-tenancy works. You will notice that any changes made by one client will not affect the display on the other client. For example, when one client presses a button, the text node will update with the corresponding data, but only for that specific client. The other client, even though on the same dashboard, will see a different value based on their own actions. This demonstrates the key feature of multi-tenancy, where each client or user has a unique session with their own data, and actions taken by one client do not impact the view or data of the others. Next, I will add a debug node to view the complete payload sent by each button when pressed. With this debug node, we'll be able to see that when a button is pressed, a message is sent containing the _client object. Inside the _client object, there will be a socketID that uniquely identifies each client. This allows us to observe that each client sends a different socketID when they press a button, confirming that the data is specific to each client. In conclusion, from this video we've explored how to create both single source of truth and multi-tenancy dashboards in Node-RED. With the single source of truth model, all users see the same data, which is useful for applications that require a unified view for everyone. On the other hand, with multi-tenancy, each client or user has their own unique session, and the data displayed is specific to their actions. This allows different users to interact with the dashboard independently without affecting each other. We also integrated the FlowFuse User Addon to enable multi-tenancy and demonstrated how the socketID plays a crucial role in this process. By using the socketID, we ensure that data is sent and displayed uniquely for each client. This allows us to track each user's session and deliver personalized data without interference from other clients. Thank you for watching. I hope this video has helped you understand how to implement these features in your own Node-RED dashboards. See you in the next video.